If you've gone through or are nearing menopause and you're wondering what the bleep is happening to you, and you're suffering with feelings of loss for your fertile years, then you might be missing the whole point of this wonderful transition. In this episode, I'll share with you why menopause just may be the greatest gift you've ever been given. I'm Dr. Kyrin, and this is the Menopause Boss. Menopause is literally the cessation of menses that occurs at midlife in women. Menses is also called your moon in some cultures to reflect its relationship to this planet and to the creative cycle that it represents. And so menopause represents the dark or new moon. You may see menopause as a curse, loss of fertility, femininity, a definitive sign of aging and the beginning of the end of life, and you may mourn the loss of these things. Just like when you went through puberty and people said you got the curse, menopause is puberty in reverse if you view it that way. So just like the curse conferred the ability for you to create life, this curse confers the ability to create in ways you may think are impossible as a large part of your identity fades away. But there is another perspective. Just as the new moon is a time to sow seeds of creation, the moon pause represents a never-ending time to create in our own way, in our own time. Seeing menopause or the dark moon not as a loss of anything, but instead a celebration or a graduation, if you will, to a higher level of existence. It's a gaining of qualities, permissions, wisdom, and clarity that previously may have eluded you. You've gone from the maiden stage of life through the mother stage to the wonderful, wise woman phase of life. How is this so? There are energetic changes that occur in the body. The second chakra in the pelvis that is centered around creativity and is literally the seat of creation in the uterus and the ovaries, that was previously focused on sexual expression and fruition, now alters and sends energy up the energetic system, opening to and fueling the higher centers, the higher chakras, associated with clarity, higher purpose, and wisdom. There is the marriage of the heart with the mind and the fifth chakra, and that represents expression. In the mother phase of life, we're focused on worldly and human creation and pour our hearts and energies into our nuclear family and into special humans, which we've birthed and we've given life to, often at the expense of neglecting our own creative expression in the world. Your superpower in your 20s and 30s may have been creating human life. Your superpower in midlife and beyond is discerned and determined by you. With these shifting energies in the wise woman phase of life, we are called and free to use all that we have learned in life to harness and express our unique gifts for the good of all, for the good of humankind. This transition is best expressed in one of my favorite poems by Mary Oliver called The Journey, and I'd like to share it with you now. One day you finally knew what you had to do and began, though the voices around you kept shouting their bad advice, though the whole house began to tremble and you felt the old tug at your ankles. Mend my life, each voice cried. But you didn't stop. You knew what you had to do, though the wind pried with its stiff fingers at the very foundations. Though their melancholy was terrible, it was already late enough, and a wild night, and the road full of fallen branches and stones. But little by little, as you left their voices behind, the stars began to burn through the sheets of clouds, and there was a new voice, which you slowly recognized as your own, that kept you company as you strode deeper and deeper into the world, determined to do the only thing you could do, determined to save. the only life you could save. This poem eloquently speaks to this awakening to our larger calling in life. The ambivalence that we often feel at midlife to continue to service the needs of our personal nuclear family. And the final acceptance that in the wise woman stage, we have completed the essential tasks of motherhood and graduated once again to listen to our own inner knowing, that our souls came here to express something unique and special that man and womankind at large is needing from us. Whether that expression takes the form of literary expression, of beautiful poems that speak to others' hearts, or translating years of working in the corporate sector to mentoring other women and helping them to be successful, or creating a nonprofit to address the myriad social injustices that we currently face, or just teaching others how to make a delicious, nutritious vegetarian meal, style their curly hair, or pack smartly for a trip. It doesn't matter what it is, and only you can discern and discover and know what is yours to do in the world. Just like the biologic drive to create children in the motherhood phase of life is extremely strong, this biologic drive to share our talents in a meaningful way is just as strong. As it is said in the Gospel of Thomas, if you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. Most of us do not regret the things that we did do in life, but the things we wanted to do but didn't. At menopause, during midlife, in the middle passage, is when the energetic tides shift to create in the outer world what is ours to create, so that when we leave this earth, we can do so without regret for what was left undone, so that we can leave it all on the dance floor. A great exercise to do at this time is to write your own obituary. How you will want it to read when you are remembered. This may sound a little macabre, really, Dr. Kyrin, at first, but it's a great focuser for you to clarify the direction that you want your life to take over the next few decades. It can help you laser focus in on what you are needing more of and what you're needing less of, what you need to let go of. So ask yourself, what do you want to be known for after you're gone? What do you want your legacy on this earth to be? Ultimately, it can light a fire under your feet so that the wise woman phase is a fruitful one and not a languishing descent of vitality, which I so often see. In order to be in the condition to deliver your unique gifts, you need to optimize your health and your vitality by addressing the root causes of any ailments that are stopping you from feeling your best. So make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and click the bell so that you'll be notified each week when new episodes are available that address exactly how to navigate your health to its highest potential in this phase of life. So why does menopause matter? Exactly what are the gifts of menopause? An attorney friend of mine once told me that women after midlife make the best jurors. He said that this is because our experiences in life and the melding of our hearts with our minds make us the most objective and wise humans. I do believe this to be true. The Dalai Lama is famously quoted as saying that the world will be saved by Western women. And I believe that he means Western menopause bosses like you, with the focus on nurturing connection and love that we bring to the social issues of today. We have the presence and wisdom to bring these higher dimensions to the table and solve seemingly unsolvable problems. Ultimately, menopause matters because it represents a shift in your creative life force energy. Your sexual chakra, focused on making babies, to energy channel to other creative pursuits in the world. Pursuits that will deliver what humanity is needing from you. So, what gifts are you wanting? No, needing to bring to the world? What assets are you sitting on that could be used for the greater good? If you've been thinking of menopause as yet another curse in your life and resisting it, maybe even cursing it, how could you change your perception and view it as the greatest gift of your life? What would have to happen for you to believe this? Just like young women go through a coming of age ceremony with a bat mitzvah or a quinceañera or a sweet 16, I propose a menopausal or dark moon ceremony for menopause. A graduation, a party complete with graduation photos, boudoir of course, and a cake to officially mark this wonderful transition and give it and us the respect we deserve. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below about these energetic, mystical gifts of menopause and what creative forces are stirring within you. Mostly tell me how you're going to start honoring yourself and your unique gifts at this wonderful time of life, so that there will be one giant mic drop when you exit this realm, having left it all on the dance floor. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video to be of benefit, please click thumbs up and like it. And again, I would love it if you want more information about how to be a menopause boss, to subscribe and click the bell so that you'll be notified about new episodes that are coming out every single week. Have a wonderful day.